Hey guys, welcome back to my channel The Nature and the Wild. So I came back to the same known place I always come, and I saw last time there are a lot of different birds, but I didn't have time to take some photographs. And also today we are going to discuss my 2 years journey with Canon EOS R7 and RF 500. I will put some views in front of you guys while we enjoy the nature and take some video. Stay tuned guys. Let's first talk about the EOS R7. It's been more than 2 years. It's released to the market in the very early month. A lot of people complaining about some issues with that, shutter broken, the camera's autofocus. Of course, it's a mid-range camera. Let's say it's a low-range camera within 18 to 1900 bucks. But what we can expect in that range. But still, I have R6 Mark II now, and I still go out wild for birding. Especially I use this camera because it's 1.6 crop factor. So this camera is absolute beast, guys. There is no problem with it if you can set it up very well, so there's a different video I have put on my channel, how to set up your Canon EOS R7 to get the optimal performance out of it. So please follow that one. But let's talk about it. I really have no problem with this camera. There were no issues with the autofocus for me. There is no issues. Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit slow because of this lens. This lens was definitely not a cook. It was flying a little bit high, and when I got a picture, it's basically a hawk. Hey guys, I just spotted the common cuckoo. You can see it's on the very high on the top branch of the tree. It's making noise for a long time and I was not able to spot it, and suddenly I saw something was moving there. So that's really great. So I will be waiting if I get a shot that it's flying or comes a little bit closer. So let's talk about the autofocus system. So I really don't have any issues because you need to set this camera up really well so you can get the maximum performance out of it. Okay, and moreover that this camera work with lens. So this lens has quite a huge aperture. So if your aperture is too much high, the camera will really struggle to adjust the light. But with Canon EOS R7, even still R100 500 with this aperture for 7.1 maximum, I really don't have that much issues. If the sunlight is really great, So in that context, guys, this camera really outperform many camera into this segment, and especially for the birding. So my verdict after 2 years, I really don't have any problem with this. I saw some hiccups here and there, but I still love and still trust this camera out in the market. This camera has everything you need. It's small. Its form factor is very small. It is also talking there. Of this camera is quite low, but the raw burst mode is pretty usable if you can easily control that. So keep in mind, this camera is compact and laced with all the options we need out in the wild. Okay, of course it cannot handle a lot of ISOs because the crop sensor. So the ISOs, if you go high, you have a lot of noise inside the camera, but Lightroom on the Photoshop nowadays, and you can get a pretty decent images. but in the most of the condition, this camera really perform well. Next, this lens is RF 500 mm 7.1 aperture. Oh my god, that's a lot of aperture. But don't worry if the aperture is too high, but this lens is a L lens, so it performs really well. It's fast, it's accurate, especially with Canon EOS R7. It works absolutely beast. So of course, if I see something there, let me see what is that bird. Was saying, so this Canon RF 500, don't worry about the aperture, just trust the quality of the lens, just trust on the lens. This lens really work fine inside in the ideal conditions, when you have the good sun and all, and it's really fast. It has all the options you need. It has the full to infinity autofocus system. It has autofocus and the manual autofocus. It has stabilizers, those are really well, and there's some stabilizer mode you can use for different kind of bird shooting of your choice. So I think this both, after 2 years, I'm very satisfied with that. I use this lens also with my R6 on the full frame camera. I really don't find that much issues on that. Surely I will make a video about it also. And yeah, it's lightweight. You can see I can just hold it there and hanging it around and walking for a long time. So definitely guys, focus on it. And my recommendation, if you really want to take it now, then there's R7 Mark II is coming for the crop sensors. You can really go for it. A reed sanger, or it's called a reed warbler. I was waiting there and just jumped into the bushes, but for a moment it just came up and I just took a nice picture. So that's great. Let's go back to the last place. If I can still have those special birds and the blue throat, then that will be a great end of today. I got very nice video for browser, and I also took some picture of it. It was top of my head, and I can tell you it was so high, but with this lens RF 500, I mean I got it very close, and I hope I got a very nice picture. When I came, it was not that good, but at the end, I got different birds and very nice images. Canon EOS R7 and RF 500 is a really good camera, guys, and good setup. If you want, you can still grab it. After 2 years, I'm really satisfied. So guys, I hope you like the video. Please put your comments in the comment box. I will definitely get back to you. And see you in the next episode. Thank you, guys.